Hey, welcome back to the channel. Imagine if everything that's been weighing on your mind, the stress, the overthinking, the endless cycle of worry, was actually just an illusion. What if, with a simple shift in perspective, you could let go of that burden and finally breathe? This isn't some unrealistic fantasy, it's a philosophy that's been tested for centuries, Stoicism. And today, we're diving into some of its most powerful lessons that will help you break free from the grip of worry once and for all. Worry is a thief. It steals your time, your energy, and your peace of mind. It keeps you trapped in an endless loop of fear, making you obsess over the past or panic about the future. But here's the truth. No amount of worry has ever changed an outcome. What it does do is drain you. The ancient Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, understood this deeply. They knew that while we can't control everything that happens to us, we can absolutely control how we respond. That's where real power lies. One of the biggest breakthroughs in Stoic thinking is understanding the difference between what you can control and what you can't. So much anxiety comes from trying to manage the uncontrollable, how people perceive you, the unpredictable twists of life, or whether things will go exactly as planned. But the reality is, none of that is in your hands. What is in your control is your mindset, your actions, and your attitude. Imagine you're dreading a big meeting. You can't control the reactions of others, but you can control how much effort you put into preparing, how you carry yourself, and how you choose to respond in the moment. Redirect your energy to what truly matters, and you'll instantly feel lighter. Another powerful Stoic technique is negative visualization. Now, this might sound counterintuitive, but it's incredibly effective. Instead of avoiding worst-case scenarios, you face them head-on. You imagine the worst possible outcome, not to dwell in negativity, but to strip fear of its power. When you confront your fears in your mind, you realize that even if the worst did happen, you would survive. And most of the time, reality turns out far less dramatic than our anxious minds make it seem. Think about that big presentation you're nervous about. Instead of picturing perfection, imagine stumbling over your words. What happens next? The world doesn't end. People forget. You move on. And by mentally preparing for these possibilities, you actually gain confidence because you know you can handle whatever comes your way. Imagine the worst-case scenario. You make a mistake. Your boss isn't happy, and embarrassment washes over you. But once you truly picture it, accept it, and realize that life goes on, it suddenly loses its grip on you. And more often than not, reality turns out far better than the fears built up in your mind. Worry thrives when the mind drifts, either replaying past mistakes or fearing a future that hasn't even arrived. But the only moment that truly exists is the one you're in right now, the present. When you focus on what's in front of you, what you can actually control, everything else fades into the background. Think about the last time anxiety consumed you over an upcoming event, a big test, an important conversation, a critical decision. Did worrying change the outcome? Likely not. But by centering yourself in the present, you regain control. Ask yourself, what can be done at this very moment to move forward? Everything in life is temporary. The highs, the lows, the struggles, the joys, nothing stays the same forever. This simple truth is incredibly freeing. The difficulties you face today won't stretch on endlessly. The stress weighing you down will pass. Even happiness isn't permanent, which is why it's so important to appreciate it while it lasts. A challenge at work, a rough patch in your personal life, it may feel overwhelming now, but soon it'll be just another memory. By accepting life's ever-changing nature, you free yourself from the grip of worry. Instead of fixating on at the end of your day, take a moment to sit down with your thoughts. Grab a piece of paper and write down everything that's been weighing on your mind. What's causing you stress? What are you anxious about? Once it's all there in front of you, read through each worry carefully. Ask yourself, is this something within my control? Am I making it bigger than it really is? More often than not, you'll realize that many of these concerns stem from irrational fears. Just recognizing this can weaken their grip on you, making them feel less overwhelming. Discomfort is not the enemy. It's a teacher. The greatest minds in history understood this and leaned into it rather than running away. Why? Because discomfort builds resilience. When you stop resisting it and start seeing it as an opportunity, your entire mindset shifts. Challenges no longer appear as threats. They become stepping stones toward growth. Think back to a time when you faced something new, maybe a job change, a move to a new city, or a difficult conversation. The uneasiness you felt was normal, but what if instead of avoiding it, you had embraced it fully? Each time you step into discomfort willingly, its power over you diminishes. And with that, the constant cycle of worry begins to fade. Taking control of your mind starts with small, intentional changes. The principles of Stoicism have stood the test of time for a reason. They offer a roadmap to peace, clarity, and strength. If worry has been dictating your life, it's time to shift the balance. Apply these lessons, cultivate resilience, and reclaim your sense of calm. The choice is yours. Let anxiety run the show or take charge of your mind and move forward with confidence. Keep practicing, stay grounded in the present, and trust the process. Every step you take brings you closer to a life free from unnecessary worry, filled instead with clarity and control.